Do you think giving money to parents is a must? If you want to help them, yeah. If you want to help them, yeah. If they guilt trip you to give them money, no. Stand your ground. Don't do that. I think a lot of like parents wouldn't even take money from their kids, to be honest. But like, obviously when they do, you're like, oh my god, they're definitely having a tough time, huh? But like, there are also some parents that will just exploit that. They'll be like, I'm so embarrassed to ask you for money, but it's always that. It's always that. So when that happens, like, I get it, it's your parents, right? But like, man, they shouldn't even be guilt tripping you. And you'll never realize it too. It's so hard to realize stuff like this because, again, you feel bad. You'd feel really bad. So my answer to that, yes, it's fine to give your parents money. But like, when you want to. Only when you want to. What if they want it? Yeah, well, what matters is what you want. It is necessary to give. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I don't mind giving at all, but again, guys, I'm speaking from experience. Like, before Niji, I had to do that. Like, I had to, like, stand my ground. It's like, no. It's like, I'm already working, like, 2 jobs. Hell no. Like, why? Again, it depends on the situation for me. If it's, like, a problem thing, what's a good example? Let's say they plan, like, a beach trip, for example. Like, a weekend trip. You know, they get the place... They get all that stuff, they get the transportation, they get a hotel, but then they ask you for money, for like, budget? Like, why? You shouldn't be planning stuff like this if you're gonna ask, you know? That's what I mean. Now obviously, it depends if you want to. If you're generous enough, I guess go for it, right? If there's no problem with you, yeah, go for it. Because this has happened to me, you know? Like a few years back. Like they just like started planning a trip, and then I was expected to pay for, actually, oh my god, for one of my birthdays like a few years ago, I think my parents invited their friends. Like they gave me a birthday party and like they just invited them to their house. Never told me anything, nothing at all. I only found out when they told me, like, oh, I invited people for your birthday. I was like, oh, okay. And then they asked for me to like pay for the food. I'm like, what the hell? Pay for the friends too? Yeah, just the whole food for the day. Yeah, and they never even asked me. They never even apologized for it too. And obviously at that time, you know, I was very easily, I guess, persuaded. So I just like gave in on my birthday too. Yeah, you're right, exactly. Because I thought like that's just how things should be. But you know, it didn't make me feel good. It didn't feel right. It's like, why am I expected to pay food for these people that I don't even know on my birthday? Yeah, so that's one of them. That's an example right there. That's why I don't really expect anything for my birthdays, to be honest. Yeah, I think what I wanted for that birthday was to just, like nothing. Like, maybe a cake, but I told you about the ice cream cake incident too, right? I asked for an ice cream cake one time for like one of my birthdays while I was in high school. There was an ice cream cake, but it was for someone else's birthday. Yeah, so that's why I don't really expect anything, you know? I just stopped asking for anything. I feel bad sometimes when I talk about these because I feel I feel like I'm trauma dumping. I mean, it's whatever nowadays, but like I usually don't for a reason. But there you go. There you go. Lore to things that I do and why things make sense. Lore as to why I like ice cream cakes because I never got them on my birthday.